Hey everyone, welcome to another 10-minute Marvel little short video here, asking the question, can you watch the Marvel movies and understand what's going on without having seen the Marvel shows? Because I think some of the concern right now is that there's just so much content. There's a ton of stuff to watch with the shows coming out. There's movies coming out. For the 10-minute Marvel podcast, we're going to be doing an episode on the finale of Loki, as well as having seen the Marvels. So, is it just too much? And I think the easy way people cut stuff out is by not watching the shows. If they don't have Disney Plus, then they don't have, a way to see it. But does that work? And I'm going to give Marvel a mixed review on this because I think a lot of the times it does work. I don't think anything from like Hawkeye, She-Hulk, kind of Loki season 1. Honestly, what did Loki season 1 set up? Quantumania was pretty well self-contained that way. If you had watched the shows, you knew more. Falcon and the Winter Soldier leaves Sam Wilson precisely at the spot where we thought he was at the end of Endgame. So they do a decent job of like introducing new characters, but thus far there's only been one real case, I would say, of hey, this movie required you to know about a show. And that was Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. You needed to know about WandaVision, at least to some extent, because they didn't do quite enough explaining. And I think that was a failure on the movie itself, not on, not on the requirement of seeing the show. Because I think there was plenty of opportunity for just that touch bit more of exposition to catch everybody up. Now, I think one important thing to consider then, as we're watching Loki season 2 and thinking about the stuff coming up, we're asking the question sometimes, what is Loki season 2 setting up? And I think the answer to that is nothing. Now, Loki season 2, the TVA, He Remains, all the King variants, obviously they're going to play into stuff. We expect that Deadpool 3 is going to include the TVA. But Deadpool 3 hopefully will tell a story with the TVA in it that explains to people enough of what the TVA does to work for that movie. The point of the TV shows, at least to my understanding, kind of how I treat them, always has been the TV shows allow those of us who want to dive deeper into Marvel a chance to gain a bigger picture, a bigger story. The TV shows give us background and additional information on characters like maybe Loki or Mobius or whatever TVA agent shows up in Deadpool 3 because we've watched that show. It shouldn't be required watching to watch one of the Disney Plus Marvel shows before you watch a movie. But a good movie, on the other hand, should give you the opportunity to be like, I want to learn more about this TVA. I want to learn more about what happened to Wanda. I want to learn more about Miss Marvel coming up with the Marvels. I know enough about her that I can follow her story. But I really care to now go back and learn more. So, for those of us who are really into it, the shows provide that kind of lead up to these movies without being directly influential into the movie. For those who maybe are a little bit more casual but find themselves wanting to watch more, well, now it's something that they can go back to and fill in some of those details and see what happened leading up to that movie. Do you think that Marvel has done a decent job working their shows that way? Let me know down in the comments below. And this is just kind of I think it's important because it's a mindset to think about the shows in. It's changing from sometimes, and I get caught up in this too, this idea that I want the shows to be really important and set everything up, to now being, you know what? This show is really fun. It's going to be informative for me. It's going to give me more information on Kang or the various versions of Kang, but it isn't going to be necessarily that earth-shattering moments. And I think they've given us some earth-shattering moments, but they've done it in a way where if you haven't watched it, it will still work in the movies. With that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.